Types of distributed systems. Here are the main types of distributed systems. Client-server systems. Peer-to-peer systems. Middleware. 3-tier. N-tier. Client-server systems. Client-server system is the most basic communication method where the client sends input to the server and the server replies to the client with an output. The client requests the server for task to do, the server allocates the resource or performs the task and sends the result in the form of a response to the request of the client. The client-server system contains client, server, network, database. Request, client sends the request to the server. Response, server receives the request and sends response back to the client. Applications, web applications, email systems, online banking systems, multi-layer online games. Advantages: better security, easy maintenance, data consistency, resource sharing, centralized management. Disadvantages: server failure, high server costs, network dependency, potential bottlenecks, scalability limits. Peer-to-peer systems. Peer-to-peer system communication model works as a decentralized model in which the system works like both client and server. In this, each node performs its task on its local memory and shares data through the supporting medium. This node can work as a server or as a client for a system. Programs in the peer-to-peer system can communicate at the same level without any hierarchy. Applications, file sharing, communication and collaboration systems, Internet of Things. Advantages: high scalability, fault tolerance, cost-effective, no central server required, faster file distribution. Disadvantages: security risks, high network traffic, difficult to maintain, data consistency issues. Middleware. Middleware can be thought of as an application that sits between two separate applications and provides service to both. It works as a base for different interoperability applications running on different operating systems. Data can be transferred to between others by using this service. It enables diverse and distributed systems to work together seamlessly, hiding the complexities of the underlying infrastructure and providing a consistent interface for applications. Operating system. An operating system is system software that acts as a bridge between the user and the computer hardware. Applications of middleware: client-server communication, message passing, transaction processing, multimedia applications. Advantages: interpretability, scalability, transparency, security support. Disadvantages: costly implementation, integrity issues, dependency problems, performance overhead. 3-tier systems. 3-tier system uses a separate layer and server for each function of a program. In this, data of the client is stored in the middle tier rather than sorted into the client system or on their server, through which development can be done easily. It includes an application layer, data layer, and presentation layer. This is mostly used in web or online applications. Tier 1: the user interface on PCs or mobile devices that displays information and takes user input. Tier 2: the application server, where business logic is processed and decisions are made. Tier 3: the database server that stores, manages, and retrieves the data needed by the application. Applications: web applications, mobile applications, healthcare, education. Advantages: high scalability, improved security, better performance, easy reusability, flexibility. Disadvantages: high cost, increased latency, more complex designs, network dependency. N-tier systems. N-tier is also called a multi-tier distributed system. This N-tier system can contain any number of functions in the network. When interoperability sends the request to another application to perform a task or to provide a service. N-tier is commonly used in web applications and data systems. Applications, healthcare, finance, government information systems, large web applications. Advantages: high scalability, flexibility, reusability, modularity. Disadvantages: complex design, high cost, increased latency. N-tier is commonly used in web applications and data systems. Applications: healthcare, finance, government information systems, large web applications. Advantages: high scalability, flexibility, reusability, modularity. Disadvantages: complex design, high cost, increased latency. Goals of distributed systems. Boosting performance. The distributed system tries to make things faster by dividing a bigger task into small chunks and finally processing them simultaneously in different computers. For example, when we try to search for anything on the internet, the search engine distributes the work among several servers and then retrieve the result and display the web page in a few seconds. The diagram shows how the performance will be boosted. Enhancing reliability. Distributed system ensures reliability by minimizing the load of individual computer failure. If one computer gets some failure, then other computers try to keep the system running smoothly. For example, when we search for something in social media, if one server gets an issue, then also we are able to access photos and posts because they switch the server quickly. Scaling for the future. Distributed systems are experts at handling increased demands. They manage the demands by incorporating more and more computers into the system. This way they run everything smoothly and can handle more users. Resourceful utilization. Resource utilization is one of the most prominent features of a distributed system. Instead of putting a load on one computer, they distribute the task among the other available resource. This ensures that work will be done by utilizing every resource. Thank you.